Ryan, only in New York you get a show and then you get another vlogger to live stream.
The vloggers are out.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. It's still cold. You can see the snow all over the place, but it's good. It's gonna be a great day today.
I don't know why, but today seems like it's gonna be a great day.
Today I'm training with Matt, and also we're training tomorrow. So it's 2 sessions in a row. So that's going to be great. Or maybe it's going to be horrible. I'll see you guys inside. And we're here inside with Matt. He's gonna crush me today and tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that.
As always. We're gonna crush them, but build them back up.
Yeah, like that's the strategy.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, let's start this. And we're done. How was that?
That was awesome.
Yeah?
Good stuff.
Yeah. So we have to train tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Not another day tomorrow, right?
Yeah, well, another day, more gains to come.
Yeah. You're so excited about it.
Oh, absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah. Thanks for everything. I'll see you tomorrow. See you guys later. And we're back. Now I'm heading to the Sweet Green to have lunch. That's going to be it for the morning, I guess, because the day hasn't finished yet. That was the longest line ever. But anyway, today we have a few changes in the vlog that I'm going to announce in a few minutes. I have to go back to the office and finish this lunch. I just had dinner with Ryan here.
What up?
From Phone Wagon. How's everything, Ryan?
Everything is amazing.
Yeah.
Having a great evening in the city.
Yeah, we just had Sweet Green for the second time.
My first time today.
Your first time, my second.
I'm so hungry.
This is
But actually, Ryan, could you tell the vlog a little bit of what Phone Wagon is?
Yeah, so Phone Wagon helps businesses see which marketing campaigns are generating phone calls for them. So for instance, they can put a tracked number on each of their different campaigns, forward those numbers to either their main line or to a couple different numbers, and then they can see when people call them where those phone calls came from. So it's really helping businesses, you know, smartly allocate their marketing spend instead of just kind of doing this like blast and just, you know, thinking that, hey, I think it works.
I was telling you the other day that I think it's an amazing idea, especially because you could actually use data analytics and to understand what's going on with your clients based on the number of what's working, what's not. Like you could put a different number in each place you advertise.
Yeah, so I think a lot of times right now, businesses, you know, they're tracking when they get web leads, when they get people that are signing up online, or they're getting people that are, you know, booking online appointments and things like that. Obviously, they can tell where those come from, but the thing is, everyone has smartphones now, so they're researching on their own, and then a lot of times they'll still call businesses and they'll still need to, you know, ask questions or book a consultation or see if it's a good fit. And the thing is, a lot of businesses right now aren't tracking, you know, where those phone calls are coming from. So they're kind of getting lost, or they're not attributing them to the right campaign. So they don't, you know, necessarily know if something's working. Maybe if something's working that you can spend more dollars on, hey, you should do that, right?
Shut up and take my money.
How do you guys come up with this idea?
It actually came from two different ways. The first way, I was doing lead gen for this appliance repair company, actually in New York City, and I was doing AdWords and I was driving him phone calls. I had a tracked number, and what I noticed was that he wasn't answering the phone. He wasn't, you know, answering his phone calls. So I was spending all this money and I was getting all these phone calls and these web leads, and he either wasn't answering or he wasn't calling them back, and it was really frustrating me because as someone who was, you know, in charge of his marketing, you know, he was dropping the ball, I felt like, and not me. And then the second way, when I was at my last company, we had this agency, right? And we were using this agency to drive leads to our website, and we would manage them based on a cost per lead basis, right?
Yeah.
And they were coming in really, really high. So we were about to fire this company, and what we found, and then what they said is they were about to get fired, was like, well, you're probably getting some phone calls too, so you know your actual cost per lead is probably a little bit lower. So we implemented basic call tracking, and then what we found was that we were getting a lot of phone calls, and all of those phone calls and all those leads that were coming from phone calls weren't getting credited to the agency. And once we started tracking them and kind of blending them in, their cost per lead, instead of like $200, was actually like $150 because there was way more leads and the same spend was happening, you know. So it's sort of the light bulb went off between, look, one, a lot of businesses aren't answering the phone. We got to do something about it. We got to, one, show them that they're getting a lot of calls and give them tools so that they can, you know, make sure that they don't, you know, miss calls and things like that. And then two, we need to give these tools to agencies, and we need to get this in the hands of, you know, these businesses so that they get credit for phone calls as they do the leads that they're generating.
Ryan, only in New York you get a show and then you get another vlogger to live stream.
The vloggers are out.
Yeah.
The vloggers are out hard right now.
Yeah, you have no idea how many people I see with a gorilla pod and like talking to a camera. It makes me feel good about it.
It's all about the content. You gotta share what you're doing with people. I think people like to see that. It's good.
So Ryan, is PhoneWagon funded by any VC, or have you raised any rounds?
Funded by the biggest, the best. Oh, I don't like that answer. Hold on.
So Ryan, is PhoneWagon funded, or have you?
So right now I'm self-funding the entire thing. I have a full-time developer. I have an amazing designer that's actually a designer for Adobe. He got invited to the Adobe Max. He's amazing, this guy Michael. We have some content people, but I am self-funding everything right now. Products up, products live. We have paying customers. We're adding new customers almost every single day right now. And I'm not really raising money. What we're doing is we're gonna just acquire customers. We're gonna look at, you know, hey, what are some channels that we can, you know, acquire customers in? What is our acquisition cost? So far, not a single customer, by the way, has canceled. So we're gonna start to see what the retention curve looks like over time. But it's obviously looking good. It's only been, you know, 3 months so far. But short answer is we have not raised any money. And we have a beautiful product that people love. So we're excited.
Awesome, man.
I'm excited.
Good job.
I'm proud of you.
Anyway, Ryan, that's awesome stuff. Thank you for sharing. Definitely I'm going to put the link below so people can check out PhoneWagon.
Awesome.
And definitely, if anybody has a business where they have to put a phone there for clients to call, definitely they should check you out.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I'll see you around.
Later,
see you
man.
tomorrow.
See you later.
So that was Ryan Shank from PhoneWagon. We just became friends a few weeks ago, and I was so happy to have him here on the vlog because one, I think their idea is great, and two, I think he's one of the real entrepreneurs out there. He's the real deal. He understands what he has to do. He works a lot, and he's determined to get things done. There's a big change coming up to this vlog, as I mentioned before, and if maybe you didn't notice, but yesterday I didn't put any vlog because I was extremely tired. I took the last 2 days, well, the last 2 nights to sleep it off, basically because a friend of mine told me that he noticed that I was tired, exhausted, and it looked like I didn't want to do the vlogs anymore. That's definitely not true, that I don't want to do the vlogs anymore. But definitely I was just struggling with the editing process and doing them all over again every day. Just because I was doing the edits too late, so I was rushing through them, and I was too tired the next day, so I looked exhausted, and so on, because I didn't have that much sleep. Now we're going to change that. So I took that time off just to rest off and come up with a better plan to do that. So one of the things, well, the biggest thing that is changing now is that I'm not going to upload it every morning at 8 a.m. I am going to do it at 11 a.m. Eastern time for now. But what I want from you is to tell me on the comments below at what time exactly are you watching this video. So that will help me out deciding that time. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching this. In the meantime, I'm going to upload this and other videos every day, every single day of the week at 11 a.m. But then we're going to decide on the time. Maybe it's going to be 11 a.m. forever. Maybe it's going to be somewhere in the afternoon or night. It depends on you. Help me out here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Leave any comments. I will read everything. And I'll see you tomorrow.